Hey guys, let's tackle a tricky passage together, those chromatic runs that drive us crazy. So running out of bow is usually the culprit, at least for me, but I have a fix and I think you'll really like it. Or maybe hate it, I don't know, we'll see. Either way, it's a real game changer. So it took a while for me to figure out how to do this bow stroke properly, and so I'll just point you to a video that I made a while back when it all started to click. But since you're already here, why not stick around, watch this video first, and let's catch up on some practice updates. Okay, so first things first, I want to share a big lesson that I've learned so far in the violin after clocking in a solid 8 years in the hobby. What can I say? Plateaus are no joke. The longer you play, the greater the focus needed to break through them. And here's the kicker. Playing doesn't just become easier with time. No. What happens is that you eventually gain the capacity to solve more difficult problems, and it all circles back to the basics, foundational techniques. And this means that we have to strip everything back to its core and look at problems in different angles so that we can find out exactly what techniques we're missing. And that's going to take time. On a completely different note, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've switched up the channel name. I've been looking for something that would represent what the channel is all about, and also to help me figure out what to do moving forward. So I decided to go for the name Violin Dots because that's what I do. I'm learning how to play the violin by following those little black dots on the page. I also want to mention that since last year I've started tracking my practice time with an app because I'm really curious to know how much I practice in a given year and maybe compare it to future me. Surprisingly, it's been quite fun and motivating to see streaks formed whenever I practice on consecutive days, and they're all neatly laid out in graphs. But right now I'm actually migrating my tracker to a different app because I want to add some practice notes. But if it starts eating up too much time, then I may end up changing my whole setup. It depends how it works out. But yeah, I like everything to be very simple, not overly complicated. Aside from that, I've been really enjoying learning new things on the violin. I've already started looking at the final movement of the Bruch Violin Concerto. Talk about finger acrobatics. It's my first time trying out moving tenths, and my fingers are doing some serious stretches. Oh, and my strings. I have turned string changing into a little game, so sort of like an incentive to finish up learning a piece of music. So I'm not allowed to change my strings until I get to the end of the Bruch. But right now I'm playing on the Violino set from Pirastro, and I like them. They're very long lasting, but sound wise, the texture, they're on the thinner side, so keep that in mind if you want to try them. Otherwise, I really like how brilliant they sound. Alright, I'm gonna have to wrap this up, but before I go, I want to invite you guys over to my new Discord practice group. It's a space to connect with fellow adult learners in the hobby, and we've already set up new channels inside of the server. So we've also written down our 2024 smart actionable goals. So I'd love for you to join us if you're watching this video at a later time, because the invite link that I'm going to post down below, it's only good for a week. You can email me and I'll be happy to send you an invite link. Otherwise, I wish you all a fantastic start to the new year, and I'll see you again very soon. As promised, you can watch my upload staccato video tutorial right over here.
Bye.